Hey, what's up guys? So I wanted to make a short series, like a short video series rather, about some experiments to make. So if you have any ideas of easy experiments, put it in the comments below and we'll try to do it. So today for this first galactic experiment, I'm going to compare several different types of stacking. So for example, I'm going to stack, we'll see a single frame which will compare with let's say 10 and then 25 and then 75 frames. So for example here I have a bunch of files, so there's like 75 in total, which are already star aligned and debayered, and they are on M45 with a QHY 600C from a model 4 zone on a SVX 130. So it's some really good data. And then yeah, so let's see right away. So I'm going to first take a look at a single shot. So here we have PixInsight open. I'm going to open up the STF and stretch this. So this right here is going to be a single shot. So as you can see, just a single shot is already magnificent. Like this is only 3 minutes long, so 3 minutes of exposure, and it's already really beautiful. So it's some really good data. And then we're going to start comparing. So I'm going to stack 10 shots first. So I'm going to use the image integration. So as you can see here on a single frame, there is like almost no noise. This, by the way, is already calibrated with darks, so that of course helps. But it's really good already. So let's see what 10 frames gives us. So M45 times 10, and it's going to be about 30 minutes, I think, right? 10 times 3, yeah, 30 minutes. And I'm going to, yeah, sigma is fine, and let's launch it. So we're going to see what happens when we stack 10 frames, and then we'll go with more. Alright, so this was pretty quick. So now we have those 10 shots stacked. So I'm going to close those two, and we're going to compare this one with the single shot. So this is 10 frames stacked. Let's see. Ooh, that's a pretty good difference, I would say, in terms of both noise and signal. So let's see, single shot. This is a single shot, and we have the 10 frames right here. So it's a pretty good difference, I would say. Interesting, really nice. I'm actually going to make a preview on a specific area so we can compare the same preview with pretty much everything. On the left is a single shot, on the right is 10 shots. You can see the colors are much better, and the gas behind it is cleaner. Look at this, this is so noisy here. There's like almost no noise at all over here. It's pretty insane. And there's so much more gas popping out over here. Interesting. So now we're gonna see what 25 frames gives us in terms of quality difference. I'm going to add number 1 through number 25. Let's see. Okay, and let's do it. All right, and now we have 25 frames stacked, right? 25, yes. So let's see, I'm going to stretch this image. And here is 25 frames, so right off the bat, 25 frames, I don't have this wow factor that I had when I was comparing 1 and 5, or 1 and 10. But I do see, I believe, more gases here. They're more, they're better looking, of course. So I'm going to compare. So this is 10 and this is 25. So 25, the background looks darker compared to the nebula itself, compared to the Pleiades. So the Pleiades colors and the gases, for example, here the gas is more dominant, whereas on this one it's a tiny bit less obvious, but it honestly it's pretty identical almost. I'm sure if we zoom in, let me do this real quick. I'm going to add a preview on this one here as well. It's mostly the gas looks more in front of your face. This looks a bit mixed with the darkness, but here the gas is really there, so it's really obvious. So obviously it's better, it's just not as insane, I would say, as the other one. And now in terms of noise, interesting. The stars here look weird compared to these ones. Very strange. But in terms of noise, there is less noise, of course, in the 25 frames, as you can see here. There's much more noise here. Interesting, those stars are really strange. If someone knows why this happens, let me know, because I'm surprised. Okay, so this is going to be 75, guys. Alright, so at first glance, once again, I don't see a huge difference. But let's compare side by side. So at first glance, besides the darkness, I don't see any difference. Like right now, I don't see any difference. Maybe the blues look a bit darker and the faint gas here is a bit... But honestly, besides this, I don't see any difference. So on the left is 25, on the right is 75. And I would say... Oh, interesting. But in terms of noise, let's zoom in. Well, now the stars are back to normal, which is strange. But here they were a bit weird. But in terms of noise, as you can see, there is less noise once again. Once again here you can see like the noise is just way less. So that's really good to know. And I mean, on the right, like 75 frames is pretty much super smooth. So yes, the gases, the nebulosity is not as insane as you might expect, you know, going from 25 to 75, but the noise itself is really reduced by a lot. 1, 10, 25, and 75. So of course between 1 and 75 is insane. It's just insane. If you guys want, you can check the link below. There is a full guide about astrophotography, and I'm going to add those 4 screenshots into it so you can really take a look at them, you know, side by side. And yeah, so just scroll down to the stacking section, and I will show you guys side by side how each looks. So see you guys next time, and don't forget to let me know in the comments if you have any ideas for more experiments. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, guys.